If you're like me, you're waiting for Stranger Things season 3 to come out, right? I'm waiting like crazy. Just as a quick little side note, if you don't have seasons 1 and seasons 2 on Blu-ray right now and you want to get the collector's box set of both, get your ass to Target. They have season 1 for $4 on Blu-ray and they have season 2 for $10. You can get both seasons for $14. That's a hell of a deal, and I highly, highly, highly recommend it. That being said, I'm a little bit concerned about staying spoiler free for season 3, and that has everything to do with this lawsuit coming out of that whole camp. Because Stranger Things plagiarism lawsuit heads to trial. A filmmaker says the Netflix show creator stole his idea. And this is not an uncommon thing in Hollywood, by the way. This is not an uncommon thing at all. Do you remember The Matrix? Of course you do. It's a classic big movie. But the thing with The Matrix ultimately was this: when Matrix Reloaded came out, there was a lawsuit filed by a woman against Joel Silver and Warner Brothers and the Wachowskis, claiming that she wrote a book titled The One, and that of course was the original concept for The Matrix, and that the Wachowskis stole it from her. As far as I know, the lawsuit never really got anywhere, but she went on Twitter for a long time and wrote like the 4th Matrix book and called herself the mother of the Matrix and was trying to sell this story, and it was a big thing. Not only that, but even Pirates of the Caribbean, after the release of Pirates of the Caribbean, what was it, the Curse, what was the second one called? It doesn't even matter at this point. After the second Pirates of the Caribbean movie, a lawsuit emerged saying that the idea, the core concept for Pirates of the Caribbean was stolen from somebody else, and there was a lawsuit that was filed. This is not uncommon. We see this all the time because, quite frankly, there's really only like 7 stories you can tell, and as a result of that, it becomes like, people think that their stories are ripped off. I've had ideas for things, man, that were ripped off by other people, but like it was just they came to their own conclusion, their own idea too. I can't say it was ripped off because I never put it out there in a valuable enough way for anyone to steal it. I mean, but I think we all have ideas like that. Like the person that goes, I thought of that first. God damn it. I could have been a millionaire. No, seriously, I was doing video game video reviews in like 2005 before YouTube even got off the ground. I just had nowhere to freaking host them. That being said, this lawsuit accuses Stranger Things creators Matt and Ross Duffer of stealing an idea for the hit Netflix show is headed for a jury trial. The judge in the LA Superior Court this week denied a motion for summary judgment from the Duffer Brothers. The trial is scheduled to begin on May 6th. Now, filmmaker Charlie Kessler filed the lawsuit against the Duffer Brothers last April, accusing them of stealing the show's premise, a secret government operation near an abandoned military base, from his 2000 film Montauk. In the lawsuit, Kessler claims that he met the Duffer Brothers at the 2014 Tribeca Film Festival and pitched them the idea for the Montauk-inspired series. The Duffer Brothers have denied that Kessler had any connection to the creation or development of Stranger Things. To be fair, how many stories are there out there these days of weird things happening next to abandoned military bases? It's not the most uncommon storyline, but they do kind of get screwed here because it says the working title for Stranger Things was the Montauk Project, but the real life Montauk Air Force Base in Long Island was the setting for various conspiracy theories in the 1980s, most that involved the U.S. military experimenting on local children. While the Duffer Brothers changed the setting of Stranger Things to Hawkins, Indiana, many have noted similarities between the fictional town and conspiracy theories surrounding Montauk. And again, how many times do you hear stories like this? How many times do you hear about a conspiracy theory around a certain area and then it might end up in a movie or something similar might have been inspired by it? Inspired by is a real big thing when it comes to these sort of things, especially given the idea of what Stranger Things was. Stranger Things is kind of an amalgamation of a whole bunch of things, right? Whether it's Montauk conspiracy theories, or hell, even maybe the Mothman in some respects, or you've got, old 1980s horror movie tropes, or just in alternate dimensions. I mean, it's not something that is wholly original in its design, but it is wholly original in its concept. And so to try to argue that there's been enough there for plagiarism is a little bit crazy. And the thing is Netflix has gone down this path before when it comes to the chilling adventures of Sabrina and the pagan statue that they actually did an undisclosed settlement for. Now, conspiracy theories surrounding the US government conducting secret experiments are classic sci-fi fodder, as evidence from shows like Roswell to 1984's The Philadelphia Experiment, and even this year's Us. The Duffer Brothers have argued that they've been interested in such conspiracies for such a long time, and that their idea for Stranger Things occurred prior to their meeting with Kessler. But the judge isn't convinced, writing, "There is little independent verifying evidence of the originality of their idea." Netflix has given the Stranger Things creators their full support, saying the Duffer Brothers have our full support. This case has no merit, which we are looking forward to being confirmed by a full hearing of the facts in court. What does that mean? Essentially, it means that Netflix is going to cruise on in and shut it all down. They're going to cruise on in and they're going to basically just go, they're going to pay. They have the money to make this thing go away. Whether they decide to settle it or not, I have no idea. But if they don't, if Duffer Brothers don't have enough evidence to to back things up, I have no idea if they do or don't. It's going to be an issue. But again, these type of plagiarisms are very hard to produce. They're hard to prove. These cases are very difficult. Now, if Netflix is worried about certain aspects of this, they might settle it. Now, here's the reason why. This is what I'm worried about. It's what I kind of alluded to at the beginning of the video here. If this stuff goes to court, if it goes out, it's entirely possible that season 3 spoilers might be called into question. It might be part of the official documentation of evidence presented in the case as part of the defense, meaning that if they have to reveal season 3 spoilers to prove their wholly original concept or defend themselves, those spoilers then go into the public domain and can be accessed through a Freedom of Information Act request, provided that it's not sealed. But in this particular case, I don't think it would be sealed. I don't think there's precedent for it. There's no reason for it. So Netflix, and this is true, might be kind of worried about this simply because Stranger Things is their #1 show. It is one of the only things they have produced that actually has a massive merch line. Go to Target. You will find a lot of Stranger Things merch. They have a lot of merch. A lot of people love it, and it makes them a shitload of money. And if spoilers for season 3 get out, that could seriously fundamentally hurt the brand going into the release on July 4th weekend. I mean, Spider-Man Far From Home moved itself away from its original July 5th release as to not get caught in the binging marathon that people were going to have for Stranger Things season 3. I'm not even kidding you. They moved it up so people could go and see Spider-Man first and then 2 days later binge the shit out of Stranger Things. So this is where we are right now with this lawsuit. It's very fascinating to see what's going to happen next. I don't quite know, but I'll definitely let you guys know when it goes in. They go into jury trial next month, but if Netflix suddenly settles it, doesn't necessarily mean that the Duffer Brothers stole anything or they plagiarized anything. It could just be Netflix going, we don't want this stuff getting out. We're just going to pay to make this go away. Or if they've got nothing, then they might sit there and definitely find a way to screw with the guy a bit and keep it dragged out because, why not? Netflix was created off of a vindictive mindset. Why not go up against someone trying to claim plagiarism? But anyway, I leave it to you, your thoughts, your opinions. Let me know down in the comments below. I will talk to you guys later. Have yourself a great day and peace out.